September is a busy month for games. Our wallets are not safe. The amount of games releasing is crazy. It's probably so everyone can get their game out on store shelves before the huge juggernauts of gaming come out towards the holiday season. I can't wait to get my hands on most of these games, but we are only talking about the JRPGs releasing. If you thought the summer was a dry spell for JRPGs, well, you will have plenty of JRPGs to play very soon. These are the JRPGs I'm most looking forward to coming from Japan. So let's go, 4 JRPGs coming in September. Dragon Quest XI. Personally, Dragon Quest XI is my most anticipated JRPG of 2018. Dragon Quest is a series we don't see much of nowadays, but Dragon Quest XI looks to revitalize the series in the West. If you're looking for some good old-fashioned turn-based JRPG gameplay with some modern-day conveniences, you don't have to look any further. Although you will have control to move your character on the battlefield any way you should want, if you enable the option. Dragon Quest XI looks to have a lighthearted story with a likable cast of characters, along with huge open fields to explore to your heart's content with amazing looking graphics, and with the character designs of the beloved Akira Toriyama. You don't need to play any of the previous Dragon Quest games to understand this one. Like the Final Fantasy games, these are standalone for the most part. It is a shame that we won't be getting the retro-style 3DS version of the game, but we are getting a Switch version sometime down the line, and hopefully it will come with extra content for Switch owners who are waiting patiently. As for me and many others, this will be a day one pickup in a game I highly doubt I will be disappointed with. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Torna the Golden Country. Xenoblade 2 may have had a rocky start out the gate with its character designs controversy, but that didn't stop it from being one of the best JRPGs that the Switch has to offer. Over the past some months, this game has received numerous updates and content being added to the game, and now we have its expansion, Torna the Golden Country, finally seeing a release in September. This expansion is so massive that it will have its own physical release. While I believe Xenoblade 2 did some things wrong, I ultimately enjoyed my 200 hours spent in the main game and was looking to come back to the game as content was being added, but ultimately I never did. I'm hoping this new story ignites the fire again for me to go back to this world and play it once again. You know, I just hope the gacha rare blade summoning mechanic won't be too mean to me when I try to summon some of the new blades that were released in the main game. I get the feeling I'm gonna get really unlucky. Code Vein. Code Vein looks to be an anime JRPG that might just essentially be anime Dark Souls. So for that, I'm interested to see how this game might borrow from Dark. Sorry about that, guys. Code Vein was supposed to release in September, but it got delayed to 2019. Oops. Let's just forget this happened and let's move on to another game. Valkyria Chronicles 4. Valkyria Chronicles 4 is a game at one point I honestly thought I would never see, but against all odds we have a 4th game in the beloved tactical RPG series. Valkyria Chronicles 4 looks to have a compelling narrative and a charming cast of characters taking place in the same time period as Valkyria Chronicles 1, just like Valkyria Chronicles 3 did. Oh man, this game is really going to stick close to the series' roots, isn't it? But I guess if it ain't broke, right? You also have good strategy gameplay that you will be very familiar with if you played the mainline games of this series. You'll be commanding a squad consisting of a powerful tank, scouts, shock troopers, lancers, snipers, engineers, and the new to the series Grenadier class to achieve victory on the battlefield. And you will have to use all of your wits to command your squad to victory in tough and grueling battles that will test your battle prowess, so don't be afraid to switch the difficulty to easy if you find some of the end game battles to be too tough. But of course, since you guys know I'm a JRPG god, I can never imagine myself turning a game to easy. But you do what you gotta do. As I played all the Valkyria Chronicles games up to this point, I can't wait to see how this one stacks up to the rest and see if this game will hold a special place in my top 5 JRPGs of all time as Valkyria Chronicles 1 did. Labyrinth of Refrain, Coven of Dusk. Labyrinth of Refrain is a first-person dungeon-crawling JRPG from the creators of the Disgaea series. You'll be knee-deep in exploring many labyrinths and finding a plethora of enemies to level up your party members, consisting of custom characters you created. I'm a fan of dungeon crawlers, and this one honestly looks to be your standard dungeon crawler, with of course some battle mechanics that will be unique to the game. It really just looks like a dungeon crawling version of Disgaea. But since I love Disgaea so much, that can't possibly be a bad thing, right? So I think I'll be giving Labyrinth of Refrain a fair shot when it releases. But it is interesting to note that this game released in Japan on PS4 and Vita, but while making its overseas release, it's coming to PS4, Switch, and PC. So a really niche JRPG that was released on Vita in Japan is coming over to the West, but not releasing on the Vita. So what might that say about the Vita in the West? So there you have it, 4 JRPGs I'm looking forward to playing in September. There might be some other JRPGs coming in the month of September, but these are the ones I'm most interested in. For me personally, Dragon Quest XI and Valkyria Chronicles 4 have the utmost priority, and I'm really curious to see how both games fare on the market. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe if you are new to the channel. I will be back very soon. Peace!